This video is about cleaning the filter in a Whirlpool dishwasher. Mine's actually about 10 years old, but I don't think they've changed much, and a lot of them have this design. And I wasn't planning to make this, but it was so problematic in the past, and I finally solved a problem, and I don't think it's a genius solution, but it wasn't obvious, so I thought I'd share it. So this, if you're here watching this, you already recognize it. This sits in the bottom of your dishwasher. It unlocks, and it traps food and grease, and you're supposed to clean it now and then. Maybe once a year is probably good. And the problem is that it after a short time of use, certainly a couple years, this whole thing gets covered in like this sort of gunk. It's sort of grease and food particles, and then I think the scientific word is biofilm forms. It's sort of black. It's actually mold and bacteria. And then all that same biofilm forms in your pipes as the water exits, your wastewater of your house in those pipes. But when it's here, it's recycled even in the rinse water. So I'm always frustrated because in the past, I could never get into, these inner areas with even a toothbrush to get out all the old toothbrush, to get out all the gunk. And all the stuff online at the websites that the manufacturer has and YouTube's, they just say, take it out, take it to the sink, rinse it in the sink with the sprayer hose and a brush. But how do you get in here? And obviously, not so obvious. It seemed like it was snap fit together. And there's these 4 posts, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you think maybe you push down these tabs, but I could never get that to work. And it was really nasty looking. And I didn't take pictures before, but if you're looking at this, you know what it looks like. So finally, this time, I decided there must be a way to take this apart to get into these areas inside and get out that black gunk. And I figured it out and cleaned it. It looks like this now. So here's how I succeeded in doing it. There's so it varies. So this one has 2 tabs, this one has 1, this one has 2, and this one has 1. What I figured out is if you push this over like this, you can get 2 out of the way. And then I took, you could use a screwdriver. I'm in my kitchen, this butter knife was handy. Then I pushed this, there's no tab here. So this is one of those singles. And I just push that one down. And then I can get the whole thing out. Right-handed, so it's gonna be a little easier. Do it this way. There. It was easier the first time. And now I can clean, this part of the screen, which I couldn't reach before, clean all this off. And then maybe most importantly, sort of get into this plastic food catcher here, which really gets nasty looking. And you can kind of see this here. And it was quite successful. And if you've tried this, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I took it to the sink. I used the sprayer hose. I used brush. I still wasn't happy with it because this gunk is mostly grease and food particles, and it's really tenacious. So what I decided to do is I took it apart, obviously, and I put it in the bowl. And what I did is I boiled up some water. What I did was I sprayed it with Dawn first. I just sprayed it all around with Dawn, both pieces. And I used Dawn because Dawn is a known kind of grease solvent, grease fighter, but it's not a solvent that might damage, the plastic in any way. It's made for this kind of cleaning. And then I used hot water. I figured hot water's fine because this is made to be in the dishwasher which gets hot water. In my dishwasher, sometimes I can even ask it to heat the water as it comes in. But I boiled some water, and then I poured it in the bowl and just let it sit till it was lukewarm, and then took it back to the sink for a second, scrubbing with the sprayer hose there and brush. And I feel pretty better about the cleaning power of my dishwasher now, because it's not running the rinse water through this nasty looking filter. And it goes back together pretty easily. You have to find the columns. I'm calling these columns, and these are the slots. So you put that in there, and then you just push it back. And it goes in a lot easier than it comes apart. There you go.